name is Dakota. I'm a third grade teacher here in Texas, and welcome to today's classroom setup video. I decided to combine days 3 through 5 for a few different reasons, but mostly because I was working here over the weekend, but I didn't spend a whole lot of time each day in the classroom because my school has the AC turned off on weekends, and it was just too warm to stay for long periods of time, so I only worked for short spurts here and there. But also, my mom was here helping me working on a couple of big projects, and she didn't want to be all up in my YouTube video, so I didn't record when we were working together, but I still wanted to bring you along and show you the progress that I've made over the last couple of days. There are some big updates that you'll see in this video, but I am also still waiting on some of the things that I've ordered to come in before I can finish up all of the big projects that I've started. But like I said, I wanted to bring you along, show you what's been going on in my classroom the last few days, so hope you enjoy. Good morning. I am back in my classroom, and honestly, coming in with fresh eyes, it's honestly not so bad. I did more than I was giving myself credit for yesterday. After being in here for a few hours, you're just like, oh, stuff is everywhere, but I was able to see it with fresh eyes this morning, and honestly, most of the stuff is put away, and everything that's kind of chaotic on my teacher table right now is going to be put away once I bring my shelves in. So I'm here, it's like 11:45. I am just here until my mom gets off work, probably in the next hour or so, so I'm not gonna be here super long, but I just thought I could come up here and do a little bit of something while I wait on her to get off. And then we're going to go to IKEA and Teacher Tools or Lakeshore, either one, so that way I can get my decorating supplies as well, my bulletin board paper and borders and all of that stuff. So I really quickly just made a little to-do list, so I'll flip you around and share what my goal for today is, and then honestly, it will be like all decorating and fun stuff from here. So I'll show you. This stack here are most of the holiday and transformation stuff that I have. But around over here on this table in the back, I also have some holiday and glow day, just kind of a mix of things that needs to be put with this stuff as well. So that's my goal this morning. And then, like I said, once my mom and I are back from IKEA and we get all of the furniture built, then I'm going to this evening work on setting up the teacher table, teacher area, and getting all of that put away. And once I do that, all of this will be put away, all of this will be put away, and what is left over there on those desks that are set up, sorry, you kind of can't see, most of everything will be put away in their right place. So then it will just be decorating and getting things set up for the most part that's left. So I'm gonna go ahead and start sorting in here, and we'll just kind of see what I come up with. So in addition to my holiday stuff, I also have these few little crafts prepped. And honestly, biggest teacher tip is that when you prep a craft that involves like a stencil or anything, keep it in a bag all together. That way next year you're ready to rock and roll at that time. Like this one, we're here in Texas, obviously football is big, and so this is one that I normally make around homecoming, and it's just like a fun Friday little activity. And so it's like a big foam finger, and they got to decorate it, you know, saying like go team, whatever. but I have all of the stencils already made in here, as well as like a template in case I need to make more. And I just keep them in these bags and store them this way. That way, whenever it's time for homecoming, this is an end of the year craft. This is a Halloween craft, even though I don't have a final copy of this one. I really like to have an example along with the stencils, and any pre-cut pieces that didn't get used, just keep them in there and they're ready to go. And so like here's one. This is an end of the year craft. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. And so it ends up making a little guitar, and you write about third grade rocks or my school rocks or whatever end of the year little writing craft, and you just attach their writing to the craft. So I have the example, I have the stencils, and all of those extra pieces that didn't get used in here, and that way it's ready to go. So the next time I need it, the following year, I'm good to go. So in addition to some of that holiday stuff, I'm also going to be finding a place for my crafts. And I learned this from one of the veteran teachers at my last school. Shout out Trammell, she was awesome. And I also borrowed hers a lot last year. So this year I'm probably going to be adding to this collection. So I'm going to try and find a space where I can keep these and have more room to add more. Okay, here is my progress so far. I was able to fit all Christmas and winter holiday stuff in that one. This one is all of my transformation day, so it has construction, glow day, our hospital, anything that I have prepped and ready for those transformation days, or anything I printed as far as like posters or decor. It's in those two boxes. So those are good to go with a tiny bit of space left. And then these are the things that I have left that I need to put in bins. I have Valentine's Day, one little St. Patrick's Day green thing, some Easter eggs, and then this is my like fall, Halloween. Got some crafts in there, some pumpkin stuff. And so I really am going to try and get all of my Valentine's Day into one book box, or not book box, paper box, like this one. I'm gonna try and get all of the Valentine's Day into a box like that, and then get all of Halloween into a box. The reason why I'm gonna keep them separate is because I think I have more stuff tucked away somewhere. And so I just want to keep all of the holidays together. What I'm going to do now is empty out some paper boxes somewhere. In this room I have some, so that way I can get these things put away, and then all of this will be nice and organized and ready to be put away. So that will be the first thing off of my to-do list already done. And I decided for the crafts to just go ahead and go into one of these. I have plenty of room to add a few more. And I know I even have like a turkey headband thing that we make. So I know I have a few more that I can add to this when I find them. They're probably put in a different bin separately, but I'll just keep my crafts in there until it outgrows that, and then I'll find another solution. Okay, so my mom is here. I'm gonna take a pause. I had about an hour to work, so honestly got quite a bit done. The only thing left that I need to do is get one more paper box for the Easter and St. Patrick's Day stuff, and then all I need to do is get all of those bins. I'm just gonna store them above these cabinets. I know it's not going to be the cutest, most attractive thing, but I literally have nowhere else to put them. So they're just gonna be up there. Hopefully not too much of an eyesore, but they're just gonna be up out of the way, and I'll just pull the box down throughout the year as I need it. And I think that's my best case scenario. Ideally, they would all be in like the same colored bin and whatever, but that's not something I want to spend my money on right now. So I'm using these paper boxes that I use to move over here, and that's just gonna be what it is. So I'm gonna take you guys along as my mom and I go to IKEA, and then we'll be back here this afternoon. So see you in a bit. Teacher tools! I really do love this store. It just brings me full of joy. All the teachery things. Let's go shopping. We got one up with some air bubbles. It looks really bad on camera, but it doesn't look that bad in person. We tried to start the second row of paper across, but we're gonna have to think of a way to get it to stick a little better. So we're about to do the second strip across the top. So it's 9:15, making some decorative progress. Okay, got all the way across the wall and did a lot of yapping with my mom, but we got the paper up all the way across. I do have more paper. I'm going to do another row, I guess, of the bulletin board paper across, but we're gonna have to get some double-sided tape to help with sealing the second strip to the first strip, so that way the humidity here in Texas, because they turn the AC off at night and on the weekends and all of that, so we're going to get some double-sided tape to help seal it. That way the paper doesn't like wilt or like get wrinkly and stuff. We're also gonna do that same paper across the top here, and then I'm gonna use the paper on this bulletin board. But my mom had to get home to my little sister. I'm ashamed to say that it is 10 p.m. But we did a lot of talking and like thinking through some things. So we're pausing on the paper, and the only thing I'm going to do is build these 3 little side tables. I got these from IKEA. I got these from IKEA. It's just a little square table, It's called Lac. They were only $15 or $16. Really affordable, but pretty sturdy. I think it said they had a weight capacity, like they could hold 55 pounds. So I got 3 of them, 1 for each window. And then also I got one to set my mini fridge on top of, and it's like the perfect size, I think. I haven't measured or tried it, but the one that's up here is going to hold my snake plant. You can kind of see him down there, but so I got those 3 side tables, and I'm just going to go ahead and build those 3, and that might be all that I do this evening. Oh my goodness, that was a little bit tougher than I thought. I thought I was gonna be able to just like use a screwdriver quick and easy, but it was like a double-ended screw, and you had to twist the legs in with, you know, some force because you're screwing it on. I have weak wrists in general. It's been a running joke with my mom probably since like high school that I'm allergic to manual labor. And let's just say that took some elbow grease that I wasn't ready to do at 10. I know I started those at about 10. The first time I looked at my watch, it was 10:13, and my mom was calling me, and I had already started. So I'm gonna say I started about 10:10, and it's 10:31. So that took a minute. Here she is, that really painful table. This is the primary purpose that I bought one. I had this just sitting on the ground, but I wanted to raise it just a little bit. And this works so perfectly. It makes it like perfect level. And also, when I was cleaning out the cabinets, I found a whole thing of snacks, which leads me to believe that we have a snack time in 3rd grade. So I'll just keep those either on top of the fridge or in baskets underneath that table. That way we don't have to get in and out of these shelves. But I did get 3 of these. Sorry, try not to spin too fast. But I put one in front of this window, and the next one, or the 3rd one, the last one, is going to go in front of this window, and my snake plant is going to sit on top of it. But I didn't put it there yet because we're obviously still working on this wall, and if I put it up there in front of the window, it's going to be in the way. So I just kind of tucked it over there by that whiteboard in the corner for now. Once we finish this beautiful wall, then I'll get to put it in its right place. My mom and I are going to come up here and work from about 8 to noon. And our goal is going to be finishing out this wall and then also putting this paper above this whiteboard from wall to wall. And then also, spin around one more time, I have this bulletin board that's going to be covered in that paper. So paper, 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 that's our biggest goal. And then with my mom's help, I'm going to build that cube shelf, and that's another like big goal for tomorrow. That way all of this can be put away. Like I said, I have one of these bookshelves that's gonna also go on the opposite side, but didn't get that picked up, so I'm sure I can get it this weekend or sometime next week. But that is not a big thing. Once we get that cube shelf built, a lot of this stuff will get to be put away. When I came today, I was actually surprised because even though when you look around the room, it looks kind of cluttery and like full of stuff, I know that there's a couple of big projects like the wall and that cube shelf that I need to knock out. And then so much of this other stuff will be able to be put away and organized, and it won't look, I mean, it'll look a million times better. So just kind of waiting on that tomorrow. I am really happy with where we are now. And so this is a little sneak peek of like what the room is going to look like. And I am excited to get in here tomorrow and knock out some more stuff with my mom. I think it's going to look so good. So where are we going?
Back to IKEA.
Got the wrong shelf, so we're biting the bullet and getting
Take two
more. Okay, it is currently 4:06 p.m. and unfortunately we didn't get a lot done today. We just didn't. All we did in here today was finish papering the walls and the bulletin board, and I'll show you that, just what it's looking like, kind of a sneak peek into the theme. But that's all we got done this morning, and built the shelf and realized it was the wrong size. So we left and went back to IKEA and ended up getting another 9-cube shelf and the 12-cube shelf. My original thought process was to just do the 12-cube shelf underneath the TV with the 2 bookshelves standing up next to it. But since we ended up with a 9-cube shelf, it honestly just made more sense to get another one along with the 12 cubes shelf that I originally planned to get. So that's what we did. So today was a second IKEA trip. Tonight is my grandpa's birthday. He's turning 80 today, actually. So I just came in to drop off the stuff we got at IKEA, and I'm going to leave and come back another day. Good morning. It is day 5 of classroom setup. As you saw yesterday, day 4 was not, I don't want to say it wasn't productive, because we did get the wall papered and that was a big project, but still have to border it. And we had that huge hiccup with the shelf. My mom will be joining me in about 30 minutes or so, and she's going to help me get those 2 new shelves that we bought. Go ahead and get those things built, and that way I can do some work around the room. So here is a quick overview of the room at the end of day 5. Still need to border the bulletin board above the whiteboard and border this wall, but I'm waiting on that bulletin border to come in before I can do that. The biggest thing that we got done today was my mom building these cube shelves, so I was able to start clearing off and setting up my teacher area. But I went ahead and took a pause on that since I still need to border the wall, and I'll have to move those shelves out and back in. I didn't want them to get too heavy. But another big thing that we got done was fixing this wall. it had so many bubbles in it, and the second row at the bottom was also going red to purple, and it just was such a harsh line, and I wasn't super happy with it. I wasn't in love with it like I wanted to be. So we fixed it. We flipped the paper around so that it fades from purple to red, and I think it looks so much better. It's like a little reflection there, but it looks great, and now it just needs the border. So this is where I will be picking up on day 6 when I come in. I wrote a little to-do list over here, and I'll show you really quickly. Some of the things, obviously I'm waiting for the border to get done, but also these may not, I probably should just put to-do list, because these aren't things that I can get all of them done in a day. But I just stood here for a second, looked around the room, and just started writing all of the things that I knew I wanted to do. So when I come into my classroom next, I will just start attacking this list. Okay, y'all, that is the end of classroom setup days 3 through 5. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really excited about the progress that I've made in here so far with the help of my mom. But I know once that border comes in and I'm able to finish up those last few things, this room and my vision is really going to start coming together. So I'm looking forward to getting back in here on day 6, and I will see y'all then.